You're listening to WFNX.com. This is Liz. I'm here with Dave from Japandroids for Station Takeover this afternoon before their show at the Paradise tonight. We just heard from Titus Andronicus.
You know, they're just one of my favorite bands making music right now. They put on just a really tremendous live show, and you know, over the years we've gotten to get to know that band a bit. You know, just by kind of crossing paths on tour and stuff like that. And, yeah, I was really excited when they put out their new record, Local Business, and I picked it up, and I think it's really great.
Dave, want to tell us a little bit about how tour Swearing was?
I mean, it was pretty good. I really liked the band. We actually just played in Philly last night, and Kyle and Allison from the band came out and hung out with us. It was great to see them again. Yeah, we just did about 2.5 weeks all over all kinds of weird places between Salt Lake City and New York. And yeah, great band, great record, and yeah, we were really excited to have them come on the road with us. So, North of America are a band that was criminally underappreciated in their time. They broke up a good number of years ago. I think they were based out of Halifax, and I heard about them right around the year 2001, I think. One of my roommates had the record These Songs Are Cursed, and that's just like a really important record for me. It's just so many great songs, and I don't know, I just felt like they were kind of, you know, I guess they were part of, you know, the kind of, I don't know, artier punk scene, or even like bordering on like mathy, or bordering on, you know, emo before emo was a dirty word.
Before North of America, you played a band called Pause, who you were just telling me Japandroids toured with a little bit this year.
Pause are a band from Glasgow, Scotland, and the three gentlemen in that band are all wonderful dudes, and we had a great time on tour with them, and they're just, yeah, they're a great band to watch live, and I really hope they make it over to this side of the Atlantic sometime soon. I know they're trying to. I think they're going to play South by Southwest, and hopefully they'll be touring more. I already told them they can sleep at my house when they come to Vancouver, so yeah, hopefully more people will start to hear more about them, because they got a great record and they're a really great band. Good,
it's cool. It sounds like you guys like carefully pick out the bands that you go on tour with.
We do, yeah. I mean, it's really important to us. You know, we kind of talked about this before already, but like when you spend so much time touring, you know, you just try and do all the things you can to make it the most fun it can be, and obviously a big place to start is having a band that you like, you know, playing before you every night, which helps you get excited for the shows, and you know, you also hope that like people who like your band will kind of discover this band that you really love, and hopefully, you know, hopefully they'll buy their records, and more people will be coming out to Pause shows after they did that support tour with us, and more people will come to Swearing shows and all that kind of stuff.
We just heard Cash Out by Fugazi, a song that Dave picked out. Dave, you want to tell us about why on earth you would pick a Fugazi song for this session?
Because, you know, the kind of standard way to make money in a band is just changing very rapidly right now. And a lot of, you know, corporations are basically trying to seize on, you know, a band's coolness as like a form of currency, basically, and will give bands things and money to kind of use that coolness to sell their products, which I think is pretty gross. And I think it's a sad phenomenon, because you know, bands are getting kind of pushed into becoming, I don't know, their songs are being turned into jingles, and they're as people, they're just becoming kind of these like ambassadors for corporations instead of just being people who like to make music. But I also don't blame any musicians who do it, because I understand that, you know, if you want to make money as a musician, there, certain decisions need to be made, I guess. Anyways, the reason I played Fugazi was because I was thinking about how, you could consider what I just said, I guess, somewhat political, or maybe idealistic. And then I was like, I'm not even idealistic, and if this is considered idealistic, what the hell is going on in the world? And where's Fugazi? Where's Fugazi when we need Fugazi? That is idealistic. That's a great band that's like so principled and just did everything the right way, in my opinion, and made amazing music all along the way too. With that, it goes right into the Clash, Police on My Back. So I was just thinking about too how I was listening to Live at Chase Stadium, which is this Clash live record they did when they opened for The Who, and there's like 1 billion people there, and they're playing Police on My Back, and everybody's going totally nuts for it, and it just seems like, are there any bands that can still write a song that's like as firmly, counterculture, and it's still just a catchy rock song in its heart, but it's also the content is saying something, and be that popular that a stadium full of people can listen to it.
What's up with King Tough?
He's awesome, basically. I got not so new record, I guess, back at the start of the summer, right when we first started touring, and we played it in the tour van for a lot of the May and June tours that we were doing in Europe and North America. And then I was lucky enough to see King Tough at this Pitchfork Festival after party at this bar called the Cobra Lounge. I just think that record is great. And they put on a really great live show too, that band, so yeah, I'm a big fan.
Do you want to first tell us a little bit about Apollo Ghosts?
Yeah, sure. Apollo Ghosts are a band that's very, very loved in Vancouver, and not very well known outside of Vancouver. They're one of the most popular bands in Vancouver, I would say, and the people who like that band love that band. But they don't really tour very much. And they're just a very locally focused band, and are very picky about how much they want to tour and stuff like that. So they kind of remain under the radar to a large extent for a lot of people.
That last track was Within Your Reach by The Replacements. So why do you want to play The Replacements today?
It's a band that Brian and I both really love very much, and I think feel a certain kind of kinship too. I just finished reading this really great book written by a guy named Jim Walsh that's like an oral history of The Replacements. I picked it up on tour earlier, and it's an amazing book, and anybody who likes The Replacements should read it. I mean, anybody who likes music should read it, because it's just a great story, and it's just a really interesting kind of document of a really specific, band in a specific time and a specific place. And there's a really great moment that they describe in the book, which is right when Paul Westerberg is working on this song, and there's a whole big section about that song, but there's this really great moment where he pulls aside the band's manager at the time, Peter Jesperson, and pulls him aside and is like, I just wrote the best lyric I've ever written, and that lyric is the chorus from that song, Within Your Reach, which is a great lyric. So yeah, that's why I picked that song. It was just kind of on my mind after that part in that book.
Awesome. Do you guys ever have those moments with your own lyrics where you're like, whoa?
I'm sure Brian thinks everything he writes is just brilliant.
Yeah, so Brian writes most of the songs?
Yeah, he does. On this record, he wrote all the lyrics on this record, yeah.
Cool. Are you going to be writing lyrics on the next one?
Who knows, maybe. We'll see.
That wraps up the songs that Dave has picked out. We'll leave off with one last Japandroids song. And thank you for coming and guest DJing.
Oh, thanks for having me.